everybody, how's it going? It's been almost a week since I uploaded a video. I know that's for me that's a bit of a long wait. Haven't gone that long between videos, I don't think. But it's been a busy week for me, and this video is probably not going to be as long as my normal videos. Of course, I say that, and it's going to probably be as long as my other videos because that's par for the course for me. This one I got a little bit of a haul, a little tiny haul, compared to some of the hauls I've seen. It's a pretty decent size haul for me, but it's kind of a small little haul compared to some other people. But first and foremost, I've got FFOs, 3 FFOs, one of which is a new finish, and actually one of which is a start. It was a start, a finish, and an FFO, all in the same week. Go me! Alright, so let's start with that one. And this also counts as the August ABCs. I realize I've got 3 of these now. Well, 2 because this is finished, but I got like 3 pieces that'll count for FFOs. This was a freebie on Cyber Stitchers. You guys know how much I love getting freebies off Cyber Stitchers. And when I charted it, or not charted it, when I cut the fabric for it, I realized it was very, 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 very small. In fact, this here is 1 inch on my fabric because I stitched this on an 18 count white Aida. So this right here is 1 inch. And this is about 5 or 6 inches, I think. And then I just put a 1/2 inch. I originally stitched it with the 1 inch border all the way around, but then once I realized how I was going to FFO it at the end, once I was done doing all the stitching, I cut off a 1/2 inch on every side. It's a bookmark. I FFO'd it into a bookmark. And it's a pretty thrifty bookmark. Because I just took a piece of cardboard, like the kind, like cereal box cardboard, and put it in between my stitching, a piece of dark blue felt, and whip stitched the two fabrics together. So it's kind of thrifty and kind of speedy. If I were to do another bookmark, I'd probably finish it a little bit different. But for my first bookmark finish, I'm pretty pleased with it. And my mom said she liked the way I finished it, so that says a lot. If my mom likes it, that's like the master praising the that's like if Mr. Miyagi, that's like Mr. Miyagi praising Daniel-san. So I'm happy with it. And then I've got 2 more FFOs of older projects. First one, if you remember this one, here is Sweethearts. Went ahead and framed that one. And my tribal dolphin, I went ahead and framed him too. So very happy, very happy. And then I also have another frame. So we're getting into the haul part of it now. I was looking at this going, because I didn't know if the dolphin was going to fit a 4x6 frame or a 5x7 frame, and I was just a Dollar Tree, so I felt like, okay, I can do both. I can get both. I'll find a use for the 5x7 frame if this one doesn't fit, if this one doesn't, or if the dolphin fit in the 4x6, which is exactly what happened. And then I'm thinking, okay, I'll save this and just I'll chart something that'll be a finished stitch size of 5x7 or 7x5. And then I remembered I already have a chart that is going to be a finished size of 7x5. I think I've mentioned a couple times. I don't know if I've mentioned exactly what it's going to be. But I took a picture of my nephew that I took the day he was born. and shrunk it down in Photoshop, and then plugged it into PC Stitch to where the finished size on 22 count, so I'm going to be doing it on 22 count. I have mixed feelings about 22 count, and I'm doing a full coverage pattern on 22 count. I'm almost debating doing it 1/1 because I'm doing the Summer Mystery Sal 2/1, and it's getting kind of big. It's kind of bulky. Which, by the way, I am going to. I think it's actually kind of perfect timing that I finished Plan Ahead when I did, because I threw that one in to kind of be a substitute piece while I couldn't stitch the Mystery Sal. I actually just got an email today with parts 2 and 3 of the Mystery Sal, and I think I'd mentioned in my last whip update for that with that piece in it that I guesstimated that reason we hadn't gotten the next couple parts was because the girl running it had her baby, and I was right. We just got an email from her today. Sorry that these didn't get out, but my son was born on August 5th. So, but we have parts 2 and 3, so we have the next 6 blocks. So I'm going to put that one back into the rotation. So, all right there. Let's get on to more haul. I'm going to kind of organize it by store. I've got stuff from Michaels. I've got stuff from Hancock Fabrics. And I've got a little something from Big Lots and Target. So let's start with the Michaels haul. I actually have Michaels hauls over 2 different days. I think I went, Wednesday night? Yeah, I went Wednesday night and got a couple things, and then I just went today. Because I got paid. God, it's Friday night, and I just got paid. Sorry, I had to bust out a little unsync there. But I went and got a couple pieces of felt. The blue one, as you see, I've already used because I used it as the backing on my bookmark. And I also got white because I didn't know if I wanted to do I didn't know if I wanted white backing or color backing. So I got the white and the blue because Michaels did not have a red thread dark enough to match the red border on the stitching, which is DMC 498. And technically they didn't really have a matching blue to the blue, which is DMC 3750. But this was closer to 3750 than any of the reds they had were to 498, so I went with the blue. And it's a good thing I actually went for the blue because I actually held the white up to the light, and it shows stuff through if you hold it up light enough. So I'm actually glad I went with the dark blue for that particular piece. And then today I went to Michaels, and it started. I picked up some thread conditioner. Now this isn't Thread Heaven because Michaels does not carry Thread Heaven. They have this stuff called Thread Magic. Now if you are looking if you're looking at Michaels to try to find this, it is actually in the beading section. Believe it or not, that's where I found it. Was in where they have like all the beading thread. Because I guess it's technically this stuff is technically made for that beading thread. But I wanted to get it. I did do some math. It is $1 more than Thread Heaven, at least what Joanne is carrying Thread Heaven for. But the distance between my house and Joanne's, the closest Joanne's to me, I would be paying that $1. I would be spending that $1 in gas. So I thought I'll just go to Mike. I kind of did the math with my aunt. We were talking about it, and I said, I could go to Joann's and get this other stuff, or I can go to Michael's and get this stuff. This stuff's $1 more. And she's the one that's, well, you're going to spend $1 in gas driving to Joann's. Oh yeah, I guess it washed itself out. So I'm gonna try it for something I'm gonna get into a little bit later. I think I've mentioned it before, but I'm not entirely sure. So I got some Thread Heaven, and then for some strange reason, I need to stop taking cross stitch to work, because every single time I do, I lose something. I've done it twice, and I have lost something both times. I took this to work because I thought it was small, and I wanted to try to get it done pretty quick. I took this to work and worked on it at work. Came home. Now, keep in mind, for a lot of my projects, I am borrowing my mother's floss because I don't have a bunch of my colors are still missing. I have to replace them. The skeins, the bobbinated skeins of $4.98 and $37.50 that I took to work, poof, missing, just gone. I don't know where they went. They weren't in the bag that had all my stuff there. They weren't in my purse. They weren't at work. I checked the next day. So I had to go replace my mom's $4.98 and $37.50 because I felt bad. And I mean, it was 39 cents a skein, so I was like, I really have to do it because I don't want her having to find. I don't want her needing either of these colors, and then not finding them and being like, I know I have them. So I kind of replaced them. And then getting back to what I bought the thread conditioner, the Thread Magic for, I got myself some E815. This is my second Light Effects floss. I also own E940, I think it is, the glow in the dark, which I almost used to whip stitch this because I thought it was B5200. I almost whip stitched this in glow in the dark, so I'm kind of glad I caught myself before I threaded the needle, before I even pulled it off of because I was going, this doesn't feel right for B5200, and I looked and realized I grabbed it from the back of my floss box and not the front. So then I was like, oh crap, this is actually my glow in the dark stuff. And I know the reason why I did that. My mom puts white B5200 in Ecru at the back of her floss box. I put him back in the front. I've been used to working with her boxes, so I just grabbed it instinctively. And then I was like, this doesn't feel right. And then I looked over, there was a sticker, because I know my B5200 is a sticker. And I was like, oh, that's my glow in the dark stuff. So I put it through the little hole, winded it back up, and grabbed B5200. So now I also have E815. Next month, and actually I'll go show off this too, I got some silver beads, beading beads. So now I have some more beads. Next month, Stitch Mania is doing, and you know you've heard it all throughout, Flosstube. Stitch Mania is doing a specialty stitch along for September. I have chosen to do It's Nick Variations by Elizabeth Almond, same person who does Box of Delights and Save the Stitches, because I wanted to start small. She has it charted for black DMC 310 and DMC 816 with silver mill hill beads. Of course, I was not going to spend the money on mill hills when I got this gigantic, this 3-ounce container for of Michael's generic brand for $3. So, buck an ounce. I think that's definitely more than Mill Hill. So I want to start using more metallic thread. I want to start learning how to use it, which is why I also got Thread Magic, because I've seen videos about using metallic thread where they say thread heaven is your best friend for that. So I substituted the E816, or not the E8, the 816 for E815, because 815 and 816 are very, very close. 815 is the teensy bit darker. And then I went, well, I was looking, because I knew I wanted to substitute it for a metallic, and I was hoping that there would be an E816. And I was like, well, there's not. There's an E815. Or no, I think I originally was going to do it. I can't remember now. I'm keep changing my story. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do regular 815 first. And then I was like, well, let me see if either one of them come in light effects, so I could, in the metallics. And sure enough, 815 comes in metallic. I think this is I don't think it says, but I think this one is a jewel effects or it's a jewel effects or an antique effects line. I don't remember. But I'm like, oh, 815 comes in metallic. It comes in light effects. Let me go ahead and get that. Yeah. So I'm going to do, and it's going to be a pain because I know there are full crosses for both the charted colors. There's full crosses and back stitching for both the colors. And yes, back stitching does count for specialty, which is why I was like, I knew I wanted to do I wanted to do a black work design if I were going to use back stitching, so it didn't feel like a cop out. So there are full crosses and they're back stitching in both the charted colors. So that's gonna be fun. But I'm hoping I'm gonna watch tons and tons of videos working with metallic thread before September rolls around, and I'm going to use my thread magic. Next, we'll go ahead and go with Hancock's. Hancock fabrics. First of all, I got some Sulky Sliver. So now I have Sulky Sliver, and I can practice gridding. So I'm going to watch some. That's how I'm going to be spending my Friday night, watching tutorials on working with metallic floss and gridding with Sulky Sliver. Because I want to learn gridding, because I know once I start doing hay-eds, I've got 3 hay-ed freebies, I've got 2 Tilton Crafts freebies, I've got my nephew's picture, which is going to be a full coverage design. I have got so many patterns that's going to benefit me if I grid. I'm thinking of doing Paula Vaughn's Sisters for the Paula Vaughn Stitch Along in Cross Stitch and Discuss. So another one that I was looking at it, I probably want to grid. So want to learn how to grid. So I got some Sulky Sliver, and it was 30% off at Hancock's. 30% off right now. So if you need some Sulky Sliver, go to Hancock. And then I went ahead and got myself some dark green. I think this is like a cotton polyester blend. I'm almost done with the stitching on the piece I'm making for my dad's birthday, which was 3 weeks ago. I should have known when I started stitching it the day of his birthday, that like at 2 o'clock in the morning that day, that I wasn't going to get it finished. But I wanted to try. Or maybe, no, it was the day before. It was that Friday. It was the Friday, because it was Friday right before I started work. And I should have known, knowing that I was going to be starting work that following Monday, that I was not going to get it done in time, in any reasonable amount of time, but I tried. So I'm almost done. I took that one to work too, and I actually lost a whole pole of white floss when I took that one to work. So I'm going to stop taking patterns to work, because they do me no good. I lose stuff when I take patterns to work. Oh, and I left the printout. 2 days in a row, I left the printout of that pattern at work. What? So, but I'm almost done with the stitching on it. I won't show you where I'm at, because I'm going to wait till I either finish it or I do my whip update video tomorrow. I'm going to try to do it tomorrow night. I'm going to try to do some more stitching, because really the only 2 pieces I've worked on this week are Plan Ahead and the Jets, literally. So I want to try to get a little bit more stitching done on some other things, so I can do a whip update video and not have it pretty much just be the one piece, because I've already shown you this one. So that's where I'm going to spend my Friday night: stitching, watching grading tutorials, and watching metallic floss tutorials. But with his, I'm going to turn it into a pillow. I've decided I'm going to make it a pillow so he can throw it at the TV. So I got the when the Jets are losing. So I think it's a cotton polyester blend. It was $2.99 a yard and about a quarter yard, or a third of a yard, like a foot square. So I paid like $1 for this. Like, that's all I need. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I like that's way bigger than my piece, and that's still folded in like half. So yeah, and I just realized this is 1 feet by 3 feet. When they did it by a third of a yard. I just realized that when you say a third of a yard, I should have told them I wanted a foot square, but they gave me 1 yard by 3 yards. So I've got 1 foot by 3 feet. So I got plenty of fabric. And then I made a look for it. Good thing my mom talked me out of going to their website, buying a yard of the Jets printing fabric, and paying $15. So let's go along with that. So I got some fiberfill. A half pound of fiberfill. Still $6. Well, $5. I got a discount on it because I signed up for the rewards program. Which is kind of a lot for 8 ounces, and I'm probably going to have fiberfill forever now. But yeah, so I got that for that. Oh, and look, I'm at 21 minutes. What a surprise. I only got a little bit left. So, sort of, kind of, cross-stitch related. Not technically cross-stitch related. It's kind of one of those. It's something that I not designed for cross-stitch, but I bought it for cross-stitch. I got a binder. I went to Big Lots and got a binder. And then I went to what's it called? That place. The Target. That's it. I went to Target. Got some non-stitchy things, and then I got some of those sheet protectors. And don't worry about me showing patterns. Every single pattern in this book right now is absolutely 100% free. So, I didn't have to. They are 100% free. The first one is a Cyber Searchers pattern, and the second one that I managed to show was the freebie from Stitching the Night Away. So, don't worry about me showing the patterns, because I didn't show them for everyone, but don't worry about me showing the patterns in that case, because they're free to download. So, but yeah, that is about it. I'm going to go ahead and move this to my computer and watch some videos. Everybody have a good weekend. I will hopefully this time for sure, see you on Sunday with my whip update video. For some reason, they keep recording them on Sunday and then not uploading them till Monday. And then my favorite is when YouTube decides, oh, yeah, we're not gonna take into account any of the settings you saved when you recorded the video, like your description and your title and your custom thumbnail, and the fact that you wanted us to publish it the minute it was done processing. So we're going to send you an email while you're at work and can't make any, and you can only change the description and title. Your video is ready to publish. Ugh. Which is why it took me 2 days which is why my last video did not have a custom thumbnail for 2 days, because I actually set it to I had to make it public from the YouTube app on my phone on break from work that Monday morning. And then I forgot about it Monday night, and then didn't go in and upload the custom thumbnail until Tuesday. That shows how my week's been. But hopefully I'll actually record the whip update video tomorrow night and be able to upload it Sunday. But we'll see. Either way, everybody have a good weekend. Hope you guys get way more stitching done than I did. and I'll see you in my next video.